Hi, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our very first podcast. My name is Craig Conway, and I'm the International Director of Noki Smart Entry. Please give me a warm welcome for Francesco from Control Space. So welcome to the first podcast.
Thank you very much for this invitation. For me, it's a pleasure to be here with you.
It's a pleasure to have you on board. So how did you discover opportunities in the self-storage industry?
I will start for the beginning, and Control Space started with my two partners, Albano and Vasco, 3 years ago. They were working, like Vasco was in a real estate firm here in Portugal, a developer. Albano, it was in a hedge fund in the UK. And they always talk about self-storage and everything, as well as Albano followed the Sugar, the IPO, and he always looked to this industry as a good industry to invest in everything. And so with when the COVID came and you saw that the world stopped and everything, but when you look to self-storage, like it was prime years of self-storage, and
I can imagine.
And they thought, yeah, let's try to develop a small self-storage here in Lisbon in order to try the business and everything. And they managed to develop a small self-storage here in Lisbon in order to try the business and everything. And they managed to develop a leasehold here with 50 boxes in Campo de Rico. And at the end, after a few months, Albano was inviting me for a lunch in the place near Sintra, where we used to go to vacations, in order to explain me what they want to do in the self-storage. Because since everything was so well, they thought, yeah, let's go to institutional. And he invited me and said, yeah, man, we would like very much to go to institutionally. And we like very much to raise a fund and start this, and show me some data regarding this. To be honest, I didn't know what self-storage was, but when I came home, starting reading the numbers and see the numbers of Sugar, Big Yellow, and these big self-storage operators,
You like the numbers?
I like the numbers. I picked the phone and say, yeah, Albano, so let's go. And it was like a one-day decision, and they started from then. And when you look to the numbers, and I am a number guy, you see that when you compare the market of self-storage, that is the US, and compared to Europe, the Europe market is like 10 times less. And when you look to the houses in Europe and the houses in the US, the houses in Europe are smaller. So you should have a bigger demand in Europe and compared to the US. And when you look, you see that the UK is full of facilities.
Yeah.
But then you come down to the south of Europe, you see that is a completely desert. You don't see nothing. And that is the opportunity, because of course the people in the south of Europe need self-storage as much as the people in the north of Europe.
And what do you think about the OPRE in regards to the UK market valuation of £1 billion?
Yeah, it's amazing. I think it's going to double. I think we will have a lot to do. We managed to raise a fund and start to develop bigger facilities in Lisbon, in Oporto, and we close a GV with some money in order to continue to develop the business, and we are very happy to be here in the self-storage, which is good, because I always say that in Portugal, self-storage is not even a market.
The self-storage industry is absolutely fantastic, and it's absolutely booming at the moment.
Yeah.
And really good to hear that background story of how far you've come in such a short space of time as well. So thank you for sharing that. And I've got another question. This question's a little closer to my heart. So how has the Noki Smart Entry changed how you operate self-storage?
The adoption of the Noki, it was like a huge discussion that we had regarding of what type of operator that should Control Space be. We wanted in the beginning, or since the beginning, we wanted very much to differentiate ourselves from the competitors, and also to create a full digital operator. Why? Because when you look to the trends of the industry, you see that it's becoming more digital. You see that the big operators try to create some unmanned facilities, and in order to create this, you need to create a digital operator. And also another thing that we would like very much to create a full digital experience for your customer. Absolutely. And from the part where he book, so create a rental experience, as well as when the client come to your facility, don't have keys and nothing, and only have your app that can open the main gate, can open the second gate, can access your unit or their unit very easily. And when we imagine this for ourselves, like we started to look to softwares of e-rental, softwares where we can integrate and everything, and then this part, what we can develop in our facility in order to be like this. And when you look to the Noki, I can tell it's not that I'm here. I'm here because I really like the Noki, and I think it's the most robust software and hardware that in the industry. And we look to all. So I think great job, guys.
Fantastic, and really, really great to hear as well, because one of the things, obviously, as being one of the integral parts of the Noki team, is always getting that customer feedback and understanding exactly what the product is delivering on. And the deliverables are what are very good for us to further enhance the product moving forward as well. So thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. What was your experience like integrating Noki within your property management software provider?
So it was very, very good, because it was it was part of our decision. So one of the key decisions that we did was choosing our management system. We decided to go to international software where we can integrate a lot of things, because it's one of the leading softwares in the self-storage industry in the world. And when we thought, let's go with this one, we immediately asked if it's possible to integrate. And yes, it was integratable. And it was it's very easy. Like you only say, okay, so my system is this one, my facility codes are this and that. Then you send this to the Janus team, to the Noki team, as well to our guys of the management system. And in one day it's done, and everything works. And in order to see how easy and how smooth everything is, it's like when one client of ours go to our website, he can enter, do the booking offline and everything, put the credit card, everything in, and then after that, he will receive an SMS from the Noki team saying please go to this link, and you will have full access to this. And then he just press the link, and we'll have the Noki app, and we have access to his unit. And this is only possible because the rental is integrated with the management system, and the management system is integrated with the Noki.
That's right. And it's then handshakes, isn't it, along the way, where we're integrating AI and technology across the world now, and all of these different type of features and softwares, they're giving each other a handshake, so they're all helping each other along to be able to provide you with a fully fledged system which works for you as an owner of a facility.
Yeah, and as an owner, I think it's very good to work with leading companies, because if they are leading, they want to connect with each other, and they don't want to. And that's why I think adopting the Noki, it's much risk-free than some new tech that has like a path to evolve.
Yeah.
And as you were telling, like you have 100 guys looking to this every day. So
absolutely,
I think it's good, and it was a very good surprise. Then how easy it was to integrate everything in all the blocks of this.
Well, that was one of our biggest things when we developed Noki and the Smart Entry system and the different product offerings. What we wanted to do was trying to ensure that we partnered with all the software developers within the field as well, so that it made the integration slicker, smoother, faster for the operators who were going to put these systems into their facilities. So we'd already done all that upfront work ready for people.
And I think it's key to do that, because when you are in our side, you don't want to waste time with a lot of integrations and the risk of of errors and stuff like that. Like, we are in the real world, so we cannot have problems saying I cannot have a client here because the integration between my management system and the access system is not working. So it's very important to have everything connected, tested, and put into the market, because then it's very acceptable.
Absolutely, and it's proven. And I think one of the smart things that businesses do today is we work in the background. A lot of people don't see the work that we currently do in the background, making sure that the firmware, the updates, the coding is correct, so that when it comes out into the real world, people have an expectation of what the deliverables are going to be on the product, and that's what we work on in the background to ensure that people get what they want from the product when it lands on their floor as well. So it's really good.
And you have a good thing that I like very much regarding the no-key team. It's like, when it's an error, it's an error. It's saying, like, they say, sorry, Francisco, it was an error. We are just doing whatever we can. And so it's very straightforward, and I like that thing. But also, they always pick up the phone. They always respond to the emails and everything, which I think is very important, because when something happens in the facility, we need like a 5 minutes.
Yes. And that's great, because this is part of our support centre and the way that we structured it. Because as we're now a global company, we're all intertwined, so the international business as well. So when the UK are on, Australia are on, when Australia are on, the US are on. And that's what gives us that 24/7 around the clock customer support services. And it's really good to hear from yourself that this is really working for you as well. The Noki Smart Entry is a very sophisticated piece of equipment, from the gate entry right the way through to the store. And what I really love about the Noki Smart Entry system as well is how we can lock down floors. So if you've got a lift shaft within your facility as well, we can lock that down, so your customer can only be steered to his unit as well. So it's just them small features which we currently have, which are absolutely fantastic and secure, which is the most important thing.
As well as all the data that we can have. And then I think it's important when you look at how this changed your business model. I don't know how it changed, because since the beginning we hadn't. So it was a decision, but what I feel when I look to our facility and compare to some other facilities, what I think is that, we know where our customer, the hours that the customer came. We can look and assess, like, during night, what happens in our facility, and easily with the no-key data and our CCTV, understand what happened that night. In one of our facilities, we started to think that it was a guy that was sleeping there, and in 2 days we managed to talk with him, saying, "Hey man, you cannot enter in 1 a.m. and leave in 7 a.m. It's not. This is not. This is to store things and everything. So, but this is only managed, and we can only see this with data and with image. And data came from the Nokia, and we use it a lot.
That is fantastic, and really good to know that data platform is getting used and utilised to that degree, where you can see when people are entering, you can see your peak times, your low times.
Yes.
And that helps you establish as an organisation where you want to be and where you want to go as well. You know?
It's very good also to organize like your store managers and everything. I think that we are at the beginning, because we are a 3-year-old operator. But what we think is that, we can start leveraging the human resources that we have and everything, because you understand when your client can, when your own client can, and you understand that are the seasonal hours that I need to have people on store and everything. And in the future, we're going to leverage on this data in order to continue to be more efficiency on the managing of the facilities. And I think this is only possible because we have data for entrance, we have data of ways that the people use our self-storage, we have ways to integrate the e-rental with a facility that we don't need human interaction in order for people to get in our facilities.
And using that AI technology now. And this is where Janus International really try and embrace that as well. We've got 130 staff globally just working for the Noki Smart Entry business, from new product development to firmware updates to customer support and services, which is 24/7. we've really invested heavily in the infrastructure, and that is why we're currently leading the industry in regards to the smart entry features. How does the Noki smart entry system make your facility more secure?
I will answer this with two perspectives. One is the owner, that is ourselves, and the other is on the perspective of the client and what we feel regarding the client. I think regarding the managing of the facility, I think that is the key. So it's more secure because we know what actually happens in our facilities, and it's very important.
It leaves a trail.
It leaves a trail. I know that Craig entering my facility at 5 p.m. He entering the main gate, and then he access his unit 2 minutes, 3 minutes after. So it's okay. But if it's Craig entering my facility and only after 1 hour he entering his unit, it's not okay. Yeah, it shouldn't be like that. So we can track this, and I think it's very important to understand it's very good in terms of security and everything, that part. As well as when you have, as I was explaining to you, the no key and the good CCTV system, you can track your customers. So it's very good. Also, I think that is one feature that is good, and we did not use until now, and it's good, but you have like motion sensors and thermal sensors, which is good. We know what's happening inside of the units without having cameras on that, so it's good. Until now, we did not have no alarm, nothing, but it's good because we tend to think that, okay, if something happens inside, I will know, and it's important.
That's fantastic, and again, that feature that it has where it will send you an alert if it detects motion within the unit and in the environment, which is a fantastic thing for both the guy who's renting the unit out and obviously the owner of the facility. You know, and the lock itself in regards to the hardware is 316 marine grade stainless steel, so it's very robust and engineered to the best standard.
That part I was putting on the client perspective, because yes, I know that it's secure, but what you really want is for your client to feel like, nobody will enter here.
Yes.
And when you look to the no-key lock, it's robust. And
bulletproof.
But it's true, it's true. You try to, so at one time we had a problem with the no-key lock, and I called Juan, and told me that we should try to switch the no-key. And I said, no problem, I will try. No, I did not manage to break the device, because it's robust. Another thing that I think it's good in terms of the client perspective is that the client can see the activity of the unit, and I think it's good. If a client has like a small business and he shared the access with the company and everything, he can track down when the company was here and everything. So I think it's very important.
And do you find that a lot of your customers do use that feature in the key share, where they're sharing keys with?
The key share, yes, and they love it, because I think that the thing that the client love regarding the no key, it's keyless. That is, for them, it's like, I only need my phone, and the phone is something that we always have. So and so I cannot lose a key, I cannot lose a code, because I have everything here. As well as the key share, so it's very easy.
How do you see it evolving from an operator's perspective?
What I think that in terms of these smart entries, like, I think the industry is going that way. You having locks and keypad and that parts of things. I think that in the future this will all be replaced by smart entries. But in terms of data and everything, I think we have it almost. When I think about it, I really don't know what more data you can put there, because it's more related to access, but maybe like integrations between the CCTV and the access control, maybe the future could be like that.
From my side, it's one of them really big things. The Noki Smart Entry systems, AI, we're evolving every day. This is just the beginning of where the future's going to be. And I think the future looks bright for self-storage and for AI technologies and smart entry moving forward as well.
I think in the last FedEx fair, we look and it was like a CCTV that could identify suspicious movements on the facility and everything. So I think the industry is evolving a lot. So it's, I think, completely agree with you that in terms of tech, I think the integration between image, access control, and everything will be the future, because if you have everything, you can see everything and control your facility when we are here talking with each other.
Thank you very much, Francisco. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on the podcast.
You're welcome very much.
But I do have a bit of a mystery box, if you wouldn't mind having a look at this for me.
Let's look into that.
So we've put an array of questions into this mystery box, and if you could pick one out, and I'll read that to you. It's just a bit of fun, something different.
Quite nervous to do this. Okay, there you go.
Fantastic, thank you very much. So which one have you picked? So, well, interesting. So would you rather lose your sense of smell or lose your sense of taste?
Oh, funny. It's curious because my father don't have smell, and honestly, I like so much food that I rather to lose smell than taste, because food is so good to taste.
I agree. Thank you very much, Francisco.
You're welcome.
You're a star.